Yesterday was the worst day on the market in 30 years. The stock market, a 13% drop for the Dow. The impact from the coronavirus outbreak hitting the entire airline industry so hard as business travel and leisure travel is coming to basically a halt.
Coronavirus.
Gun shops across the country are seeing a spike in sales. Ammo.com is an online retailer of ammunition, and it says that its sales are up 70%.
What's good, everybody? It's your boy TVK, and woo! Interesting times. So, my career evaporated overnight. What? Mine and a ton of freelancing and gigging musicians' careers just evaporated overnight. This has been a long time since I've done a fireside chat, but I think that now is a really, really good time to do that because I see a lot of fear, a lot of panic, a lot of misconfusion, a lot of misinformation and confusion. See, I'm making up words now. No, it's straight up, it's crazy out here. I'm not an expert. I'm just like you, trying to learn about this situation as it develops. I hope that you are all out there, you're safe, you're social distancing, you're with family, your family's okay. This is gonna be a very interesting time. I really want to make sure that, I wanna use my megaphone for something positive. Now, first of all, if you don't really understand what's going on with coronavirus, it's really hard to believe that you wouldn't, but if you aren't sure of where the facts lie and where the situation is, I recommend you check out John Oliver's last week tonight, the most recent one. I'll put a link to that in my link tree and also in the description down below. I think it's really measured and it's way better research than anything I could ever put out. So check that out. What I really do want to cover, who I really want to talk to, are a lot of freelancers, gigging musicians, and a lot of people whose livelihoods have evaporated over the past week. I count myself among them, and it is so crazy where you could go from having a full schedule going into the summer to nothing. Jobs for musicians, arena workers, store owners, restaurant owners, like all of these jobs are evaporating. Gigging, musicians, artists, freelancers, our jobs are evaporating or have evaporated completely. The moment we got our first cases, I still had gigs going on throughout March. Then I had gigs in April. Everything is gone. Everything is canceled. Here in Los Angeles, we can't have congregations of more than 50 people at a time. You can't go into restaurants anymore. It's all takeout. It's crazy. It's important to not panic. It's important to understand that this is a serious situation, but it's not the end of the world, actually. In a lot of ways, this can be a great opportunity. An opportunity to go and catch up with long lost friends. I've been FaceTiming a bunch of my friends. I'm keeping tabs with as many people as possible. It's a great time for you to re-hone your skills. Focus on reading the books that you set out to read at the beginning of this year for New Year's resolution. Definitely need to catch up on reading. You can build your own projects. If you wanted to start your own podcast, if you wanted to start your own YouTube channel, if you wanted to at least kind of start learning how to do those things, now is the time. I do want to give a really big shout out to a couple of really cool musicians. One of them is Lil Bad Snacks on Instagram, or just Bad Snacks everywhere else. Jesse recently posted about this musician fund called Equal Sound, and it's a corona relief fund for gigging musicians who have lost their ability to make money and pay their bills. I will make sure that is also in Linktree, and I'll make sure that is also in the description down below. And I also wanted to give a shout out to Jessie once more, because she is also expanding a little bit of her teaching portfolio when it comes to producing. She teaches lessons online. You should reach out to her if you really want to step up your production game. But she's also donating some of that money from those lessons to this Equal Sound Musician Fund. So she's on the front lines, really, as a musician who is working and who has been affected by this. She's still finding ways to give back to our community, and I not only admire her, but I think a lot of us, myself included, need to figure out ways to be part of this solution. And I also wanted to give a quick shout out to Lil Sharp Raps. What's up with these little shawties out here? They're supporting us. She recently reached out through her social media and shared a link that is a freelancer artist resource as well. So I'm gonna have all these resources in my link tree in the description. If you're really struggling to make ends meet, these funds can possibly be a very helpful way for you to pay your bills. So if you know of any other resources other than the ones that I've linked in the description or put in my tap link, please DM me, reach out to me. I'm still getting educated on different resources that are out there, and I want to use my platform as a megaphone to help people, cope with this very challenging time. And if there are resources out there that you can help me get out to more people, please send them my way. I want to make sure that I do that. And also, now that I have a lot of free time, I'm opening up my schedule for lessons. So if you want to get a lesson from me through calendly.com/thatviolakid, you can sign up for that. And aside from that, I'm really excited to be making more content. Finally, it's coming. Speaking of work, I will be taking more brand partnerships, and I'll be making more content that has sponsors. Because I really don't aside from a generous savings that I have from my loyal and devoted Patreon supporters, I don't have anything. I do want to say something though. I know it's scary. I know that it's easy to panic. I know that we are in uncharted waters, at least in our lifetime. And I know that information is being misconstrued online. There's an overload of information. It can cause a lot of anxiety. But I holistically believe that if we take care of each other, if we really focus on social distancing, we focus on making sure we take care of our communities in any way that we can, if it's hanging out with our roommates, if it's spending time with your family, or if it's making content online, I think if we really have a measured approach and see the beautiful opportunity of connection that this can bring. It may be physical isolation, but it could be real social connection. I think we focus our energies there. We will not only get through this, but imagine if you spent the next few weeks or months cultivating a skill that you were too busy to cultivate. And then after this all blows over, as it will, and as we will recover, we will get through this. You have a badass new skill out the gate. Come on. This is a beautiful opportunity. So I think that it's not a time for panic. I think it's just a time for concern and conscious action that protects not only ourselves and our families, but our communities at large, especially the immunocompromised. So that's all I'm going to say on that. You're not alone. And I really believe that if we have the right mindset and if we stay strong, we will come out of this even stronger than we were before. Anyway, hope you guys have a great day, and don't forget to play homie play. Are you okay? Do you can sit here.
You don't care that I'm sitting there?
It's a little different having an audience, but it's whatever.
This is literally what I was doing today.
This is literally what I do all the time, and people look at my stuff and they're like, "Wow, it's so produced." I'm like, I'm saying words. Yeah. So this is what the process is like.